we've seen the RGA, we've seen Pompeo, we've seen former Vice President Pence all come out against Trump endorsees in recent weeks. You've seen Republicans largely vote in the Senate for the Ukraine funding bill that former President Trump criticized. And in a multi-candidate field, Dr. Oz could win, but with only 31% of the vote. J.D. Vance, who Trump endorsed in Ohio, won with 32% of the vote. I am curious, do you think something is shifting in terms of the power of his endorsements and/or sort of like the grip he holds over the MAGA base?
Donald Trump is truly the leader of the party right now, but there are many people, particularly those in elective office, who also stake a claim to the America First agenda. They were there to support it when President Trump was advancing it, leading it, signing it into law. And I would rather be the Republican Party right now than the Democratic Party any day of the week. It's the Democratic Party that is in chaos and crisis. They have an angry old white guy leading this party that swears and tells you 6 ways to Sunday, Ashley, that they are progressive and for youth and energy and the future and ideas. And they have this old angry white guy against whom a majority of Americans say is doing a terrible job. They disapprove of his handling of all the major issues. The CBS YouGov poll just this week said that the adjectives they associate most with him is distracted, incompetent, and divisive. Those are media polls. So I'd rather be the Republican Party where you have a former president, vice president, governor, secretary of state, and so many others all supporting candidates who are running on free market principles, border security, Putin staying out of Ukraine, which of course happened all 4 years Donald Trump was president, making sure shipping containers aren't stuck in the ocean, on our seas, making sure babies who are hungry have access to infant formula. The list goes on. And with the exception of Matt Dolan in Ohio, all of these candidates are really running on the America First agenda. So you're going to have multi-candidate primaries. You see record turnout in the Republican primary, including in Georgia, where disgracefully Joe Biden went to Georgia and accused their voting law of suppressing it. We have record turnout. And I think that's great, because in democracy, your right to vote should be protected, should be yours and yours alone. And also, I believe that implicit in that is your right to not vote if you don't want to. But we see record turnout. I think that's enthusiasm for the, frankly, America First agenda. I think Biden endorsing Kurt Schrader in Oregon, and he lost to a progressive, mostly socialist endorsed candidate by about, 20 points. I think John Fetterman, the Democratic nominee for Senate in Pennsylvania, Tim Ryan, the Democratic nominee for Senate in Ohio, they're hoping Joe Biden forgot their names and lost their numbers. None of them want the president of the United States to campaign with them. They don't want the vice president either so far. So we'll see if that changed. But so far, they don't want the president of their own party. The opposite is true of Trump, where all these candidates have made the pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago, to Bedminster, asking for his endorsement.